Hello, welcome to my podcast where I'll be sharing with you inspiring stories, insightful conversation, trailblazing interviews with expert and opinion leaders from around the world on key issues that face our society today. The goal of this podcast is to educate, inspire, and entertain you, my audience, around key issues and events that surround our society. To kick off this conversation, we have decided to talk about education. Some people hold the opinion that school is the most important tool for success. Like the famous Nelson Mandela's words that says education is the only tool that we can use in order to change the world. Meanwhile, for so many others, specifically a group of social media influencers have tagged school to be a scam, meaning formal education is outdated, and those who still stick to it are being scammed. They tend to use convincing examples of people who succeeded without a proper formal education. Some will tell you Bill Gates is a dropout, which confuses students and learners who also tend to compare their teachers to these successful individuals. That is, they compare their teachers to these financially successful individuals to determine if really school is needed for them to be successful. So, in order to discuss topics of medicine, we can invite someone in that field. To talk of education, we should invite someone in that field. To talk about engineering, you should invite engineers. So that is why I decided to invite Mr. Bahiru Adamu. Mr. Bahiru Adamu is a youth leader, someone who has spent more than 20 years in the field of education, both as a teacher and a learner. Bahiru Adamu has also participated in the study of the United States Institute, World Learning, and he is the coordinator of the ACUDA mentorship program. So, Mr. Bahiru Adamu, thank you for accepting my invitation.
Hello, thanks for inviting me on this episode program. I'm glad to be one of the pioneer panelists to share my perspective both as a student, as an educator for the past 20 years or so.
Okay, Mr. Bahiru Adamu, you are a youth leader and also you have participated in the study of the United States Institute. How does it feel to achieve so much as a young person, and how has world learning shaped your approach to success?
Thank you for that brilliant question. Talking about my experiences as a youth leader and how I see success working with world learning, I think my leadership journey started as far back as when I was in high school, that is in GHS, when I was the second Muslim ever to be elected as a senior prefect or president of basically the student union. I think that gave me the platform, the opportunity for me to multitask, managing both my academics because I was an advanced level candidate, and also to lead a school of over 3,000 students made up of diverse people from all faiths and all backgrounds and all cultures, right? So I had to learn how to focus on my studies and at the same time solve basic problems that my peers, that my fellow youths were facing. I was the liaison, the school, the representative, the go-between sort of between the students and the school administration, and I had to represent them in various capacities. There was even a point where I took on the challenge to represent the school in a brain trust activity, and I'm glad that I was able to work with my team and government high school then, which was the mother, it still is the mother institution in mention, to give it the pride of place in all academic and co-curricular activities in terms of results. We provided one of the best results that the school has ever recorded in the GC, and I think up to now, the records that my government and I provided has not yet been beaten, not to talk of a race. In terms of co-curricular activities, we won almost all the trophies in terms of brain trust, where I represented the school, in terms of journalism, in terms of like in terms of football, in terms of handball, like everything, I was able like to coordinate that, and I feel like that is where the real leadership is. And from there, that provided me like a foundation for me to step into even higher leadership positions. When I got into the University of Bamenda, I served in various capacities: class coordinator, departmental head, to even like at one point I served as the president of the student union of the University of Bamenda, precisely in the School of Higher Teachers Training College in Bambili. And that was also an opportunity for me to work with my professors and my lecturers, with the students, like to solve basic problems. And that's where I got to build my capacity. I served as the president for the Cameroon National Youth Council at one point in Tuba. I went to the National Assembly as a youth parliamentarian, all of those building my capacities, attending workshops and conferences, I studied in Bamenda during, like the peak, like the peak of the crisis, and I was also in. Yeah, so all of that helped me to build my leadership skills and experiences, and the local, regional, and even the national level. And I felt like at that point I was ready for international opportunities, and I applied my first time applying for the study of the United States Institute SUSI, and I was selected. I was placed in the University of Massachusetts in Amherst. I happened to be the youngest fellow in that program. We had a group of 20 fellows from all over the world. I think 3 of us were from the continent of Africa. Most of the others are from Europe, Latin America, Australia, and the Middle East. And I got to study, got to learn from experts from around the world, build, enhance my leadership capacity, and learn how to, network with others. And I had a great opportunity in Amherst, Massachusetts. I still from time to time get to my mentors, my trainers, like solicit advice and things like that. And all of that provided me the skills that enabled me to be hired or recruited by World Learning, one of the largest NGOs that is sponsored by directly by the Department of State, the US government. And I was recruited in summer 2024. I got to be trained further, refine my skills through the International Institute for Leadership Training in Washington, D.C. and in Vermont. I attended conferences, workshops, built my capacity before I was sent on to serve a group of youth leaders from the Middle East. That was my first international assignment. And it's thanks to all of these experiences that I garnered from high school, through university, through my stay in Amherst, and like the huge opportunities that my mentors, my teachers, my professors, my supervisors have provided to me, that I was able to serve in this capacity. I feel like success to me is something that is not achieved on a single day. It is not offered on a silver platter, basically. It is something that you need to work on, you need to build on, you need to enhance every day, you need to cultivate, right? My leadership journey started around 2014, and I was only able to engage in an international assignment around 2024. So it took me about 10 years to build, to reach up to that level. But it is a journey that is worth sacrificing for, you build it every day and you continue to grow. So I feel like nobody, young people out there, nobody should discourage you. Your dreams are valid and you just need to work on yourself.
A great story of yours there. Thank you very much, Mr. Bahiru. Thank you very much. So, Mr. Bahiru, in today's society, especially this digital era, you know, we often hear influencers telling students that school is no longer necessary for their success, that they don't need school anymore to be successful. They should rather focus on the making money. This is a debate between education and the hustle culture. So what is your take on this? Do you believe that success is something that follows a single formula, or is it unique to each individual?
Thank you for that question. I think success, just like life, does not have a single formula. However, one of the surest way of people succeeding in life is through formal education. That is, people who maybe come from rich or poor background, go to formal education, right, obtain good grades, and end up finding a job of their dream or getting a good, well-paying job. That's like the surest way of succeeding in life. Majority, over 80 or 90% of people who have succeeded, they go through formal education. Now, success does not just has to do with money. It could be you becoming what you dream to become, right? You cannot say that maybe if you become, let's say, Elon Musk, the wealthiest person, you have succeeded, right? It depends from one individual to another. Maybe some person was born and was meant to be a teacher, and they are very much comfortable with that. Becoming, president does not suit them. So for them to succeed is for them to become that teacher. Others, maybe they wanted to become a nurse, and by becoming a nurse, for them, that is success. So I think success varies from one individual to another, and also in the ways of attaining success also do varies. Now, is there any sure way of or guarantee way of getting success? No, but education has been one of the most effective or one of the surest ways, right, of becoming successful in life. Now we have people who have not gone to education or who drop out of school, right? If you read about the history of Steve Jobs, we have people like Mark Zuckerberg, the founder of Facebook. We also have people like like Bill Gates, the founder of Microsoft, right? They dropped out of school at one point. Some did not even go to formal education, but they still became successful in life. But that, to be honest, is the exception to the rule, right? Every rule has an exception. If you look at that as a young person, if you think that you are going to stop going to school and you become the next Mark Zuckerberg, and then you need to think again. You have over 99.99% of failing. But with education, at least you have over 50 or 60% of succeeding. Of course, we have a lot of people on the street out there who have gone through school all their life and they end up frustrated. But that is the minority. Majority of the people who go to school, right, according to research, according to records, right, according to proven history, right, majority of the people who go to school, they earn good grades, they end up finding a career on their.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mr. Bahiru, for that wonderful insight. So I agree with you on so many points here. The surest way to success is through education. I agree with the figures you gave. I agree with success is not all about how much someone makes it. It's about someone excelling in what they are passionate about. And also, for me, I think we can picture, like we can really think or imagine a society without education. How is it going to look like? It is going to be a society without medical doctors. It is also going to be a society without engineers. It is going to be a society without pilots. It is going to be a society without accountants, where these same billionaires are tipping down. Mr. Bahiru, before we wrap up, do you have any final words for our youth who who are struggling to find directions in their careers and education?
Well, my advice to young people out there is for you to be steadfast, is for you to be committed in whatever you are doing. The first thing you need to do is for you to identify what you want to achieve in life, right? A lot of people are going to school without a sense of direction, maybe because in the morning they get up in the morning and they see others going to school. I had a friend that I used to joke a lot with when I was in high school. I usually ask them, why are you in school? And he usually tell me that my mom or my dad asked me to come to school today, so that's why I'm here. And and to be honest, that was just a joke, but we see a lot of people like that, and it's not just about going to school. You see people who are becoming, engineers, someone wants to become a doctor, and suddenly just follow them. You want to become a doctor, someone wants to become a teacher, your friend wants to become a nurse, and you find yourself in that field. So the first assignment as a young person that you need to do is to figure out who are you, what do you want, what do you care about, right? What do you want to do in life? What type of impact do you want to create? And for you to figure this out, at times you can do that individually, right? But most often than not, you require a mentor, you require a support, you require someone to guide you through this process. For me, I think like it is the most difficult thing. Once you are able to figure out the type of person you want, what makes you happy, what type of impact you want to create in life, then the journey becomes very, very much easier. The second thing you need to do is you need to be committed. You need to be committed, right? There's nothing that is out there that is for free. You need to work for whatever you want to do. Most of the successful people out there you see out there, of course, they burn the midnight candles. So you need to figure out how best you can put yourself together and work and earn for whatever you want. Now, do not underestimate the power of networking, right? You can get a lot of opportunities, a lot of chances from networking, and you can network with your peers, you can network with your teachers, you can network with your friends, you can network with parents, you can network with strangers out there, right? I feel like this is one of the most underestimated skill that young people are equipped with, right? I myself, I never had this, and I had to struggle through a lot of workshops and seminars and conferences before I was able to really build the skill of networking with others. Because you might have all what it takes for you to succeed, but if you don't have the links, if you don't know about existing opportunities, right, you will not be able to get there. So you need to network with people, you need to know how to express yourself politely, how to listen to others, how to ask for what you want, right? So much so that you'll be able to get.
Thank you so much, Mr. Bahiru, for sharing your wisdom with us. And to everyone, if you find this video interesting, please don't forget to hit the like button. Also follow us, tell us in the comment section what you think about success, and if you have your own story which you want to share with me, you want to discuss with me, feel free to reach out. I will put my information in the description side, so you can reach out anytime, so we will be able to share your own story here. So we say goodbye for now. Thank you so much.